Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever video tutorial. Today we're going to be learning how to make chocolate cupcakes. This particular recipe is a very unique one. It comes in two different flavors, dark chocolate cake and real velvet. So many people do not know this, but real velvet cake is actually a chocolate cake. So we're going to learn how to do both of them. We're going to learn how to work around that trick as we progress. First thing we're going to be needing for this recipe is all-purpose flour. We need a cup and 3/4 of flour for this recipe. I'm going to explain the measurement and everything you need to know in the description box below, so please utilize that information. I'm going to leave a tip on how to get 3/4 of measurement or flour measurement. Next up, we're going to need baking soda for this recipe. We're also going to need baking powder, and then we're going to need unsweetened cocoa powder. So this is me basically just adding all the dry ingredients together in one bowl, and then salt. I forgot to add sugar, but I added it on later on as we progress through the video. And now moving on to the liquid ingredients. This is a yogurt. You can use any yogurt that you have. I use Hollandia yogurt, and I'm just going to mix my yogurt with the eggs and beat everything together. I'm going to add oil. You can use vegetable oil. I use vegetable oil here. You can use any oil that you have. Remember, I already added flavor to my yogurt. I use strawberry flavor in this. So this is me adding the sugar to my dry ingredients. So I already turned the dry ingredients into a bigger bowl for easy mixing. I'm just pouring in the liquid ingredients into the dry ingredients, and then I'm going to start turning. You can use a spatula, a bigger spatula. I use the fork because I already started using a fork and I didn't want to change it. One thing you do not want to do with this cake recipe is overmix. Do not overmix. Once your ingredients are well turned or blended together, stop mixing. After mixing, the last thing you have to add to your cake ingredient, the last ingredient you have to add to your cake batter is hot water. I lost the clip. I lost the video clip I recorded. So I inserted another clip here to explain the amount of hot water that we need for this recipe. We need less than 1 cup of hot water, but more than 3/4 of hot water, if that makes any sense. I'm going to leave more explanation in the description box. And you just pour the hot water into your cake mixture and turn. This cake recipe, it has a runny consistency. It's not as semi-solid like you find most cake batters are. This is really runny. So now that we're almost done with the dark chocolate cake, we're going to be moving on to the red velvet cake. Like I said, this is going to be a 2-flavor chocolate cake recipe using the same batter, the same cake batter. All we have to do is use a little food coloring. We're going to see that soon. So after I was done with the dark chocolate cake, the remaining cake batter, I just added a little red food coloring, and voila, you have a red velvet chocolate cake. You also notice how runny this consistency is. The runny consistency, guys. I'm doubling my cupcake liners. You don't have to do that. I'm doing that because, well, I want to do that. Now I have our dark and red velvet chocolate cake. All that's left, I'm just straightening the liners. All that's left is to push into the oven. This, because they are cupcakes, they can bake for 10 to 15 minutes. But this is dependent on if you want to bake cupcakes or if you want to bake cakes with this recipe. They're ready. These cupcakes are really, really delicious and yummy. They are soft, they are decadent. All the flavors come out in them. It's also a moist chocolate cake. See how soft this is. See how moist this looks. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel to see more videos. Thank you so much.